boards. How has this company grown over the years, and what type of customer do you aim to serve?
Constant Contact started in Attic and Brookline about 12 years ago with a very simple idea that small businesses could really use the power of the internet to look great, to reach their customers, and to drive their business. And a group of very passionate entrepreneurs, all of us with small business roots, got together and decided to make this happen. Interestingly enough, for it to work for small businesses, it needed to be immensely affordable. $15, $30 a month. So for us, the biggest challenge was getting the business to the scale where we could afford to survive. 1,000 customers sounds like a very big milestone, but $15 a month doesn't really pay a team of 10 engineers. So a long, slow struggle to scale, and then very rapid scaling as we really learned the power of word of mouth, right? We're going to hear a theme here, which is when you make customers wildly successful, tell other people. And so our very simple mission is to really, more than but deliver great product, but deliver the know-how and coaching businesses need to use modern tools. So it started with email marketing, event marketing. Now we're helping people with social media marketing and really helping businesses that maybe have technical staff and limited marketing time and energy be great marketers and stay connected to their customers and grow their business. So today, over 400,000 small businesses. We say small, 70% of our customers have less than 10 employees, are using Constant Contact to grow their business. And that's what gets us excited.
The small companies, mostly reached through other customers. How does that network, how do you engage that network and grow that network?
Yeah, so we do an incredibly diverse set of things to reach and teach small business about the power of internet marketing tools, email marketing, social media marketing. Word of mouth is the single largest way we reach folks, but we also do local seminars, typically with partners in the market, like Chamber of Commerce or an association that has a group of small businesses who want to learn about the power of these tools. We do use advertising, including WBZ.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. To get the message out there. But the most powerful thing we do is say, hey, try it for free. Try it for free, and not only can you try it for free, we'll assign you a real live coach to help you figure out how to apply it to your business and to give you the hands-on assistance you need to figure out if this is right for you before we ever ask for a credit card or ask you to pay.
They also buy people cold beer. They bought us some cold beer.
They like cold beer occasionally.
Works.
Oh, that's terrific.
It worked for us.
A lot of pumpkins for you, too. Exactly.
Oh, carve the pumpkins, too. Exactly. Tell me, what has been the biggest surprise, though? With social media changes and morphs, what has been the surprise for your company as you've grown your company from that attic in Brookline?
So I think probably the biggest surprise is how powerful it is when you build business based on a mission. A different mission than Bert's, but ours is really simple and was even more powerful in the economic downturn, which is the belief that small business is the backbone of America. I think the stat is 80% of new jobs will be created by the small business community, and that we come to work every day with a mission to help small businesses succeed. And the biggest surprise to me is the power of mission-driven organization to really inspire the team to be creative in solving problems for your customers.
Just a short time ago, you bought Nutshell Mill in California back in May. It's so good when a Boston area company buys one out in California rather than the other way around. Tell me about your expansion there.
Social media marketing, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, is the next big frontier for how to do great marketing to customers, and really to harness the power of great customer experience, which most small businesses have, to both stay connected to your current customers and reach through them to their network through social word of mouth. Nutshell Mail is a free social media monitoring tool to help businesses on the go sure they know what's going on in social media, and even be able to respond to trending topics or about their business right from their inbox. So for free, folks can sign up for Nutshell Mail. Do that today. It takes less than 5 minutes to set up, and you can set up keywords so you know what people are saying about your business, maybe about your industry, maybe about your competitors, and get that delivered right to your inbox. So I'm sure you're paying total attention to us. But if you weren't, you could be checking what's going on social so you know whether there's something you need to interact with.
What does the future hold? Because the technology is changing so rapidly, and what are you doing to stay ahead of it?
Yeah, so I think the good news is that the future is incredibly bright, not just for Constant Contact, but for the small business customers we serve, because technology is putting a magnifying glass on the quality of customer experience. So the competitive advantage that local business has to create relationships and extraordinary experiences is amplified in the social world. So for Constant Contact, it's about building a set of social media marketing tools that work hand in hand with email, online surveys, event marketing, really create a solution that works together to help our customers stay connected to their customers.
Excellent. Thank you, Gail.
Thank you.
We'll talk again. Our next speaker, an innovator, an entrepreneur, engineering pioneer, if you will. She holds close to 30 patents in energy storage, and was once one of the youngest partners at Arthur D. Little. And it is my distinct pleasure to welcome Dr. Christina Lampe-Önnerud to our panel this morning. Christina, you and I have spoken many, many times over the years. I think our first interview was about 6 months after you began the company. And you were named the 2010 Technology Pioneer of the World at the World Economic Forum. Tell me about the growth of your company. It's been 5 years, and you knew you had technology, but it's such a competitive field and a growing field. Tell me about that growth.
So, I don't know. It is an interesting era. Today we wake up knowing fully that we compete with Sony, Sanyo, LG, Panasonic, and Samsung. And yet, our team gets up every morning fueled by the mission of doing something new. A battery. A battery. That can deliver on the promise of longevity, reliability, safety. A battery that you can charge quickly, a battery that actually holds the charge for the promised time. The story, a laptop. You buy it, it runs for 4 hours. 2 months later, 2 hours. 6 months later, maybe 20 minutes. Our battery for 3 years, or maybe 5 years if you keep it at room temperature all the time, 4 hours. I was just on a long flight, and a lady came up to me and said, "What kind of battery are you operating on?" That. In principle, we have invented a new platform. And while batteries are my heritage, I feel really privileged to be alive today and to have an opportunity to contribute to something much, much bigger. One battery that can be part of fueling the new economy. When people feel there's no hope, I feel hope. When people feel big companies are just doing things that don't benefit the little people, we are part of the little people, and we are every day.
You know, I know in the past you have compared your design and the application of your design for a battery to Legos. The comparison. This is about my speed in the scientific era, let me tell you. And tell me about that, because I think it really puts in perspective the whole idea being Boston Power.
That's good. So here's the deal. A laptop computer, 4 batteries. An electric scooter, 100 batteries. A Saab car, family station wagon, 2,000 battery cells. And a power station, maybe 40,000 batteries. And the power in that, Anthony, is we have been able to create a whole platform that responds better to chemistry, the atoms, the electrons that sizzle around and make energy available to us, and pair that with an envelope that is easily manufactured. So we can compete in low-cost consumer electronics. We can use consumer electronics components and put together systems that are very easy to build. So it's truly like Legos.
Judging from your accent, you're not from the Boston area. Why did you choose Boston? Why, and naming your company Boston Power, I just think it's intriguing that you would identify so completely with this geographic area.
Yeah, thank you. Well, my father was German, my mother was Swedish. I grew up in Sweden. My father was part of bringing high voltage transmission to the world and helped grow ASEA Brown Boveri from low market share to very high market share. And we had the world at our dinner table almost every week. It was quite nice. Actually, I would take it a step further. By the age of 6, I was proficient at cocktail parties. I fell in love with the space of energy and started actually as a PhD student at Uppsala University and got a few scholarships and came to Boston in 1992. I was given the keynote opportunity at MRS over at the Marriott and Westin Hotel. It's a world conference with 4,000. I was really nervous and decided I would go for a walk. I go out in the back bay. It's May. The magnolia trees are blooming. I'm lost. And a nice guy comes up to me and says, "Hey, you look lost." And helped me get back in the conference. And on the way, people were just really incredibly friendly and helpful. The speech, and got an opportunity to come back and later do a postdoc at MIT. And completely in love with this area. I think it's incredible amount of momentum, the intelligence, the cosmopolitan styles, the genuine feeling of partnership. And I've made it my home. I'm a U.S. citizen. I participate in politics, and I can complain.
That's terrific. A great story. You now produce the Sonata battery for laptops. Tell me about the growth of that, and then also your contract you just announced a short time ago with Saab. What a quantum leap in application.
Thank you. It was interesting. So part of our entrepreneurial stories here, and hopefully we can use some of this, is the willpower to prevail. So I started a company in January of 2005, rented a truck and went into pilot production with some of my friends in Asia where I could basically get production time on this new idea. And on June 23rd, I called HP. I participated in this industry for a long time. "Hey, I've started a company." And they said, "Yes, we've heard. You come and talk to us tomorrow." I said, "Well, tomorrow is a little busy. How's Wednesday?" Wednesday? So Wednesday I show up at HP, and there are people in the room, and I present all this data, and it's very HP style. And here's the response. And after 2 hours, I said, "Hey, what do you think? Do you like this? It's a battery that really works. It could really transform the industry." And the top executive stands up and says, "In fact, if you can take that to mass production, we're in." And a fast 3.5 years later, passing all the quality control and testing, HP announced Boston Power in December. It was a big deal. And then I think it put us on the map with Six Sigma manufacturing, 5S, very quality conscious. And Saab then was a very competitive situation where our battery was highest performance, and we're now sole provider. And I'm exceptionally proud of our team on this one, because we basically started with Saab in December 2009. I just came back from the Paris Auto Show, where in September we announced the e-Power, all battery-powered vehicle that runs 130 miles on one charge, and you can charge it in 3 hours. And this is to be compared with typical run rates of 20 to 40 miles all electric and charging times of 8 to 10 hours. It's green, it's accredited, it's safe, and it was done in record time for the automotive industry. So very, very cool partner, and also an enabling technology, so pretty cool.
Between your company and the Cape Wind project, do you think that Boston could conceivably be gaining the world perception of an alternative power capital in